Good morning, friends, followers, subscribers, fellow YouTube creators, lovers, haters, wasted spacers. My army of Trevorites and cultists, thank you very much for joining me this morning. On Tuesday, bin day. Yes, on Tuesday. Do you know what? Last night was the first time I went downstairs to check on my bin. And I only had one bag in it. So I thought there's no point putting it out. And I didn't bother. Isn't that unbelievable? Yes. Yes. Not much rubbish. I'm recycling now. Trying to help the environment. Anyway, Tuesday. What's happened this morning? Well, I've already had a phone call. I've had a few tasks to do this morning, so I'm going to continue with them. Thanks for all the emails, all the messages yesterday. It was unbelievable. Yes, a day of triumph, when it just goes to prove that it doesn't matter how many things you throw at Trev. Trev's invincible. Trev gets through everything because Trev has integrity and he doesn't steal and he doesn't do this and he doesn't do that. It doesn't matter how many things you throw at me. If it's untrue, it's untrue. Yes. But yesterday was a very, very interesting day for me. Yes. The tide has turned. Because yesterday I looked and I had 5 or 6 posts from an individual on Instagram who commented it on one of my photographs several times. And I started putting all things together and linking all things together. And it's quite sad. It's quite sad what this revealed to me. I was a little bit stunned. But I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised. I now understand why this individual watches all my videos and why they are so obsessed. I now understand. Yes. Then I phoned last night I phoned last night 2 individuals, both ex-majors, the rank major from One Royal Irish, and I had a chat with them on the phone about this individual. And they were like, whoa, yeah, we understand, Trev. Yep, so I'm dealing with that, and things are going to come to an end. Anyway, what else? Princess of Wales, Princess Catherine, yes. She's up and about again, isn't she? She's up and about. That woman is resilient. Isn't she fantastic? Isn't she? She never moans. She never complains. She never monetizes herself. She never tries to blackmail designer brands. Yes. And her uncle is about to enter the Big Brother house. Yes. Or he has entered it now, isn't he? Well, anyway, her uncle is entering the Big Brother house. And he has slammed Harry. He has slammed his little disgusting nephew, whatever you want to call him. And rightly so. You've got to remember, one of the things he said is, if he's asked about the royal family, he's going to say, it's disgusting what that individual's done. Imagine slamming your own family. Imagine doing that type of thing to your family and gaining money from it. So, yeah. So, stand by for the Big Brother revelations coming soon, no doubt. I'm looking forward to that. I was a bit dubious about the Big Brother. I remember watching the first series. I think someone called Craig won it, who became a household name as building. But I was a bit dubious about the Big Brother. I haven't watched it, I don't know, since Craig, if I'm honest. When Jim Davison was in it, I watched it then because he destroyed a few people and told a few truths. Well done to Mr. Davison for that. But this one may be interesting because Fern Britton's in there. Fern Britton. And she said she's going to be nice about Philip Schofield. So there's loads of things that could happen in there. And it looks to be exciting. Who else is in there? Sharon Osbourne's in as well. Sharon Osbourne. And then a couple of people I don't know, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure I'll get to know them. It's going to be fun. So I may watch that. What else is happening? Yeah. I read a few stories today in the media about why are so many young people having heart problems. Never happened before. Now, the cynical side of me would suggest that maybe this has something to do with all those different types of injections that people had over the last 2 years. And when I say this, I'm taking it loosely. The citizens were forced to have injections. Excuse me, I've got an itchy eye. The citizens were forced to have an injection. And you're going to say, no, but people didn't have to have it. You didn't have to have it. You weren't forced. Well, I'm going to say that in my own opinion, I think everyone was forced, because it used to be, well, if you don't have it, you can't go shopping. If you don't have it, you can't go in a restaurant. If you don't have it, you can't get on a bus, you can't get on a train, you can't get in a taxi, you can't do this, you can't do that. So basically they say, we didn't force you to take it, but we said you cannot socialise with the rest of the country unless you do have it. You can't get on a plane, you can't travel, you can't visit your family, you can't go on holiday. You must have your COVID passport. I mean, it was a bit, if I'm honest, can I mention no more? It was a bit like a passport to travel abroad, where everyone was standing there. I mean, the only thing missing from that was people with weapons outside restaurants. Show us your pass. Well, you know, that's how it felt, okay? And today, a lot of people with health issues are resorting back to wearing masks because they believe it's going to help them. And it's now been proven that wearing a mask restricts breathing. It restricts breathing. But there we go. Yeah. What else have I got here? Yes, Labour, the Labour Party. Yes, now I'm not a fan of Labour or Conservative. I don't care. They're both the same sides of it, the same cheeks of the same arse. Different cheeks of the same arse. You know what I mean? Anyway, the Labour culture spokeswoman, she's the spokeswoman for Labour, has said, let me get this right, they want to replace the song Rule Britannia, Britannia Rule. They want to replace that song at the end of operas and songs and musicals with British folk music. British folk music. Bullshit, innit? Anyway, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Oh, and here's one that threw up today and made me sit back and go, wow. Wow. Now, I always criticise religion. I always do. I like to think there's someone up there in the clouds with strings, with 7 billion strings moving us all around like little pricks, right? But the thing is, religion has caused every war. It's caused everything. Religion. My God's stronger than your God. My church, my religion. Yes, okay, whatever. But this stands out today. Church of England. Now, we know the Church of England has now went downhill. It is destroyed. It is destroyed. And do you know what's destroyed the Church of England? Diversity. Yes, that big word, the D word. Diversity has destroyed the Church of England because it's went so bad. In fact, it's went to such gutter terms that the Church of England has now put aside, listen to this, it's put aside £1 billion to pay for slavery reparations. Reparations? I can't even say the word. Anyway, there we go. Now, if the Church of England can afford to put aside £1 billion sterling to repay slavery shite, if that can do that, then why don't the Church of England pay taxes? If they can afford to give away £1 billion, why is there always Just Givings and GoFundMes and things to pay for their roof and all this here? They get lottery grants. Let's get this straight. Churches get lottery grants. They get government funding. If a church can put aside £1 billion to pay nonsense, then it should pay taxes. And it just goes to show the Church of England don't care. Because why don't they, if they can afford to put aside £1 billion for this, why can't they put aside £1 billion to build houses for our homeless citizens? You know those people that sit down every night and they pray to God to have a roof over their head? I wish I had money. I wish I could pay for food. I wish I could have somewhere warm to sleep tonight. Why am I homeless? Well, it seems your prayers aren't being answered by the Church of England, are they? No, they're not. What a disgusting cult the Church of England is. In my opinion, I'm just saying. What have I got? Yes, I'll end on a good one now. Let's finish this off. If you did not know, and this came as a shock to me this morning, it's been 30 years. It's been 30 years since the passing of the awesome film star and comedian, John Candy. I couldn't believe that. I remember watching Uncle Buck years ago with Macaulay Culkin. He's been dead 30 years. Wow. Came as a shock. Right, and before I go, I have these things here. I just thought I'd show, because I know who's watching. I have these. Get in touch. This photograph was taken on the roof of a compound in Fob Robinson in Sangan many years ago. Spency, my platoon sergeant, took the photograph, and that is me. And look on the roof with the American flag. There we are. There we are. I know you're watching. You can screenshot that, put it on your saver. So interesting, isn't it? And I found a few other photographs which stood out a mile. This is with the Sangan. That's look at the amount of sandbags and stuff around that roof. Whenever we first got there in 2006, it had nothing, and then they built it up. Anyway, listen. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and stay safe. Keep your circle tight.